Here this morning. Our president, Hope Pavlich. She is speaking from the Special Occasion Speeches Manual, project number 5, Accepting an Award. The title of her speech is With Much Appreciation and Gratitude. And I have an award that she is going to accept. On behalf of Century City Toastmasters and Toastmasters International, I am pleased to present the award of Advanced Leader Bronze to our president, Advanced Communicator Bronze, Advanced Leader Bronze, Hope Pavlich.
Thank you, Toastmaster Damon. Fellow Toastmasters, we don't have any guests. I am incredibly pleased with Toastmasters International and the educational program that they have created for us to give us a place to play, a place to practice, a place to discover, and a place to develop who we are as speakers and as leaders and as individuals. And if it wasn't for Century City Toastmasters, I wouldn't have received this award today, Advanced Leader Bronze. Thank you all for your help in my journey to accomplish this award. I remember my very first day that I stepped foot into Century City Toastmasters. I was specifically looking for a President's Distinguished Toastmasters Club, and this was one that was nearest to me. 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. And I was greeted by the most beautiful, blue-eyed woman with a smile that goes on for centuries, Tina Tomiyama, who became a mentor of mine. And John White was there, and Anthony wearing his blue suit with bow tie. Gabor Vari was the president. Cameron was there. It was amazing. Speakers came up, the functionaries introduced their roles, the speakers came up, evaluators came up. And then it was time for table topics. Chris Comfort, season, was the table topics master. And he asked the guests, including me, would you be willing to participate in table topics? And I said yes. I was really nervous at this time in my life. And he asked the question, he said, tell me about a transition in your life and how you handled it. It hit me hard. And I said to myself, he asked me a question like this right now at this point in my life. Do I answer it? And I had a response, you're safe. So I told the club, I'm going through a transition right now. I've been in a relationship and married for 8 years, together with him for 11, and I'm going through a divorce. And that was my introduction to the club. But that moment was a moment that I decided I needed to be here. Because Chris Comfort, a stranger, never met me before, was so in tune. He asked just the right question at just the right time to just the right person. He challenged me, he knew exactly what I needed. And not only that, the club was, I don't know how to say that word. How do you say that? Bullion. The bullion. The club was a bullion. There was so much energy at 7:30 in the morning, enthusiasm and excitement and smiles for days. And I felt that this is a club that I want to be in. These are the people that I want to be around, and this is the type of person that I want to be. And I joined the club. I got my Competent Communicator Manual, I got my Competent Leader Manual, and I started working on those. And every opportunity that came to me, much like Debbie, I accepted it. I was invited to be the VPE, I accepted it. I was working on the manuals, and I focused more on functionary roles, much like team, because I felt comfortable in that. It was a place where I felt safe. And I was working on my CC manual, and then I started looking at the Competent Leader Manual and realized, hey, I've done a lot of these things. Competent Leader Manual requires you to play a lot of functionary roles. I talked to Brad Stauffer, who had also become a mentor of mine, and I asked if I could get credit for the functionary roles that I had done. And he took 2 weeks and went through all, the secretary saves every single agenda for every meeting. he looked back to all the agendas and he gave me credit where credit was due. And I continued being Toastmaster. You need to be Toastmaster a lot and General Evaluator a lot. And I was doing it last year. I was Toastmaster so frequently that Tina asked me, why are you Toastmaster so much? You give somebody else another chance to be Toastmaster. And I was like, well, I want to finish my confident leader. I remember that. I took her advice. I achieved my competent leader and I achieved my competent communicator. And I received an email from Tina Tomiyama again. And she said, Hope, you only have 2 more speeches to do and you get your advanced leader bronze.
Whoa.
And I was like, what the heck? Shenanigans. It took me 2 years to get my competent leader, 2 years to get my competent communicator, and only 2 speeches to get my advanced leader bronze. This is the easiest award that I've ever received, that I've ever achieved. But here's the thing. It's not because of the requirements. There's a lot of requirements that it takes to get the advanced leader bronze. But I was focused on bettering myself, improving who I am as an individual. And as I was doing that, somehow I was checking off these boxes that I had no idea even existed. So I did my speech. I did the 2 speeches I needed. On the first, early in December, I spoke upstairs and did a presentation on a visionary leader. Some of you may have been there. It's a really funny video to watch back because I stumbled a ton at perfection. I was not perfect, Debbie, but it was so funny. And Dave and I did a little dance throughout that whole entire presentation because he was manning the PowerPoint presentation and he was moving forward and I was like, what, move back, move forward, move back. It was really funny. So that's my first time working with a PowerPoint presentation. I got some advice on how to do a PowerPoint presentation from Jamie in one of her speeches. But Brad evaluated me, and Brad gave me some great feedback. He loved my voice, loved my pacing, and then he hit me really hard. You didn't really know the content, and you were just checking off the box, is basically what he said. I'd like to see you challenge yourself, know the material, and come in strong. I took his feedback, and I incorporated it in the second speech, which was developing a mission that I presented last year at the District F Speakathon. Brad was there to see it. Hopefully you saw some progress, Brad. I incorporated all of his feedback. I edited the deck to make it my own. I added visuals. I practiced with the pacing of moving through the slides. Thank you for working with me with that, Dave. And people liked it. People were taking notes. Now, how do I tie those 2 speeches to achieving this award? When I joined Toastmasters, I joined it to develop myself as an individual. And now I have a vision. My vision is to accomplish DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster, by June 2020. The mission is following through on these manuals. How am I going to get there? I'm going to use the manuals and continue to do with the requirements in order to get to this vision. And this right here, this award, is a signpost. This tells me that I'm moving in the right direction. And with that, thank you all for your help. I gratefully accept this award. Thanks very much.